Hi, welcome to Hafta Bhar, a show where I review news from the past few weeks. And bus. This episode of Hafta Bhar is sponsored by पानी की खाली बोतलें, which I hide around the house ताकि मुझे भरनी ना पड़े. My mom's gonna beat my ass any second now. Let's start. The Swadeshi, Make in India movement has finally taken off after the Indo-China border dispute, which was the main focus of our Prime Minister Modi's latest Mann Ki Baat. While he came to give a message on self-reliance, he rather left, giving everyone some major be goals. Damn, Modi, leave some girls for us, dude. Have you guys seen the comments on this Hunk's Insta? They're quite expressive. Gen Z is the only ones capable of making even this guy uncomfortable. Some people somehow understood a little too much of that speech and destroyed the products that they already own while thinking that every time they destroy a TV that they already paid for, Chinese government Paytm's 500 rupees to PM CARES fund. Here, boycotting China means for now limiting the use of Chinese products and eventually to end our dependency on them. All of this while replacing them with Indian alternatives. I can't dumb it down enough. The third and final season for the critically acclaimed series Dark came out. Many people, including myself, watched the show purely out of peer pressure after seeing it on everybody's Insta stories. The show is actually as good as people say it is, but it's so confusing that you have to make notes to keep up. Something I haven't done my entire college life. Only if I paid more interest in college than I do on shows on Netflix, I'd probably be able to pay for Netflix. The show is more confusing than Diler Mendy's Tunak Tunak Tun music video, which oddly seems like an unreleased Dark episode. The show is so confusing that to watch Action Replay and Love Story 2050 just to feel normal again. A family in UP gave joint family a new meaning when they cooked aloo methi ki sabzi using ganja thinking it was methi. The family fainted and was taken to the hospital. Rumor has it that the son in the family and the sabziwala are now best friends. Baba Ramdev recently claimed Patanjali to have found cure for the coronavirus and said that there is no greater truth than Ayurveda. This came out just after a Russian porn star said that she'll have sex with the person whom finds a cure for the virus. Coincidence? I don't think so. He was quick to promote his cure through various news channels, and the most reliable news source there is WhatsApp. The worst part is that some people actually believe those messages, which proves that there is no greater end to human stupidity. Man, WhatsApp is the only place where everything that a prime minister does is a masterstroke, and where the coronavirus in India has been voted the best coronavirus all around the world by NASA. नशा उतरने और FIR लगने के बाद Balkrishna took a sudden U-turn and said that Patanjali never claimed to have found cure or anything that stops corona. Man, I so badly want to know where these guys get their weed from. Share that information too with the world, Baba. But not on WhatsApp. Taking inspiration from Special Shabbos, a teen in Tamil Nadu opened a fake SBI branch after being unable to get a job in the bank following his father's death, who used to work there. Modern problems require modern solutions. He was caught early on. It could have been due to the staff actually being nice to the customers. Words like thank you or please could have triggered the suspicion. Everybody knows whether you're an SBI or Air India, you don't get to choose, you just take what you get. A new world record was announced for the Earth's longest lightning, both in terms of distance and duration. The mega flash was observed over the parts of southern Brazil in 2018. The lightning bolts in India felt very ashamed and defended themselves, saying, "What? It's cold here. And by the way, it's still slightly above average." The Locust Gang paid the residents of Gurugram a brief visit. They didn't even make it to Delhi. Man, it was the only fun thing I was looking forward to. I guess I'm doomed to be bored for the rest of the quarantine. Or this might be a way of God telling me to stop dwelling on these things and be more productive. Nah, just bored. Well, now we move on to a segment dedicated entirely to our whole traveling, hippie titties called Things to Say When You See Those Titties for the First Time. Wow, they're so much bigger in real life. Is it okay if I touch them? Yeah, don't believe me, but I first saw a pair when I was 10. The anti-China sentiments in the nation made the rocky journey of TikTok in India worse. Indian government banned TikTok along with 58 other Chinese applications after they raised some major privacy issues. The activist group Anonymous also urged people to uninstall TikTok, claiming it's a Chinese spyware, and you know shit just got real when Anonymous gets involved. This might have been hard for TikTokers to take in, who consider spitting water in slow motion a real talent in the world. They must be thinking, अब कौन बनेगा हम राइडर्स का provider? Fear not, the Indian app developers rushed to this opportunity just as all the alcoholics rushed to take us during lockdown. Mitro, Ropozo, GeoSwitch definitely profited from this, but the most noticeable alternative came from Instagram called the Reels feature, which made Explore page a lot less fun. And Instagram, which started as a photo sharing application, now has stories, IGTVs, posts, and reels. Hey, Instagram, take a break. You're trying too hard to be that perfect Sharma ji ka ladka. But food delivery and hotel booking options would be nice, no? People in the country have taken their obsession with jewelry to new heights. A jewelry shop in Surat went viral for selling diamond studded face masks ranging from 1.5 to 4 lakhs. Similarly, a man in Pune got himself a mask made of gold worth 2.89 lakhs, which isn't even effective. Imagine spending nearly 3 lakhs just to look like a dog with a muzzle on and also having the same IQ as one. The Kanpur wale gangster Vikas Dubey, aka every local sweet shop halwai ever, was arrested and later killed in a very real, definitely not staged, totally believable encounter while being taken to Kanpur. Karan Johar was very happy to know that something had a worse script than his movies. This guy was responsible for killing 8 policemen and definitely had the rap sheet for being called a gangster, but not the looks. If Faisal Khan from Gangs of Wasseypur is Adidas, then this guy was Abhi Baz. If Gaitonde was La La Land, then this guy was Jagga Jasoos. If normal gangsters are Judwa, then this guy was Judwa too. 84 nurses whose services were terminated by Hamdard Hospital said that they were fired for demanding so-called basic facilities. The audacity. How dare they ask for PPE kits, masks, and drinking water in a hospital? Well, boo-hoo. Look at the nurses in Africa. They don't have anything to eat. At least you're able to share a room with 4 other nurses during a pandemic which requires maintaining distance. How ungrateful. Kanye West announced he was going to run for president through a tweet on 4th of July, which seemed weirdly normal. It was one of those days when you're like, well, this might as well happen. Andho mein Kanye Raja would be the perfect slogan for his party. Of course, it didn't get much support, except for Elon Musk, who also backed out after a while. What if he actually gets elected? Keeping up with the Kardashians would get a whole lot crazier. Nobody would be able to keep up. I wish Babar Sehgal does the same. I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. And you can definitely feel inspired when you hear Kanye West's lyrics. Lyrics like, she got a light-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. She got a dark-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. And Poopy D Scoop, Scoop D D Poop, Whoop D Scoop D Poop. Some honorable mentions. Unilever said it'll drop the word fair from its Fair and Lovely skin cream. What a great and responsible move. Sure, they could have stopped selling the cream like Johnson & Johnson, but nothing beats making money by selling products for some baseless insecurities you yourself create in the first place. In the latest edition of What the Fuck, China, being Elizabeth to this perfect Ross and Rachel world, is at it again. Health officials in China have confirmed a case of bubonic plague in a herdsman from the Inner Mongolia district. And apparently a new strain, which has the potential of becoming a global pandemic, has been identified in China. Listen, to the guy who's playing Jumanji right now, I don't know if you're seeing this or not, but just finish the game quickly, man. These levels are getting harder and harder each day. Please. After the horrific plane crash in Pakistan, which killed over 97 people, Pakistan's national airline is under the hammer and says it is grounding over 141 of its 434 pilots for having bogus credentials. I mean, why have fake driver's license and drive roadways buses like pilots in India when you can have fake pilot's license and fly actual planes in Pakistan? What a bargain. Donald Trump. The person whom it took 3.5 million coronavirus cases in the US to finally wear a mask in public, and the person who loves to ban immigrants instead of guns in his country, along with his administration, announced a policy that would deport the foreign students if all their classes are moved online. I think this lady speaks for all of those students when she neatly commented Kutta under one of the news articles. Although the policy has now been dropped, but the foreign students were being threatened to either risk their life going to class in person or get deported. Listen, if the Indians wanted to spend a wild amount of the money on private colleges just to stay at home and study online, they could have easily done it here. Man, the world is here. And there are a lot of options available in that area. Trust me, I know. Meanwhile, people of Florida went through a real life episode of Parks and Recreation when anti maskers went to town hall meetings saying that these public health policies are related to communism and Satanism and is against their precious little American freedom. They are throwing around their wild conspiracies like confetti. These people are the byproduct of too much freedom in a first world country, and it's too late until you realize you're in deep shit. Take the example of a 30-year-old man in Texas who died after attending a COVID-19 party hosted by an infected person. Apparently, he told his nurse how he made a mistake thinking that coronavirus was a hoax. The confidence that these people have is just hard to digest, especially considering the cops in India were literally, not literally beating the lockdown violators just a few months back. And why do these people hate masks anyway? Masks are great, man. They save lives. And you get to avoid people you don't like. If you're talking to someone you don't like, you can just mouth the words fuck you and they wouldn't know. And you can tell them to get 6 feet apart from you over and over again until you're far enough to just turn around and walk away. Things these people say are almost laughable. Things like policymakers are obeying the devil's laws. And a lady said that she doesn't wear a mask for the same reason she doesn't wear an underwear. Things gotta breathe. First of all, ew. And what happened, America? I thought you guys had schools. Thank you for watching. This has been Haftavar. I'm Nishant Rana. Goodbye.
दिखावा करके मैं मेहनत नु लाती है अग फल मिले कट सुती हुई लत सबरे पंच पाई हुई कप शीशे च वेखा मैं आप नु लाया नकाब नु नियत खराब नु कवा थम जा कमला